The Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a good king and his queen and their beautiful baby daughter. To celebrate her birth, the king and queen held a party. The good fairy bestowed blessings on the baby.
"You will always be happy and kind and beautiful," she said.
But suddenly they heard a voice.
"Oh no, she won't."
An old fairy burst into the room.
"Why didn't you invite me to the party,
she said.
"Here is my curse. When the princess is 16 years old, she will prick her finger with a spindle and die."
And the bad fairy left as fast as she had come. The king and queen were very upset. The good fairy stepped forward.
"I can't undo the bad fairy spell, but I can make it better. The princess shall not die when she pricks her finger. Instead, she will sleep for 100 years until a prince wakes her with a kiss."
So life carried on in the kingdom. But the king banned anyone from spinning so that the princess would never touch a spindle. Years passed, and when the princess was 16 years old, she was walking in the woods. An old woman was sitting spinning. The princess had never seen a spinning wheel before.
"May I try?"
she asked, and the old woman said,
"Of course, my lovely."
But the moment the princess touched the spindle, she fell to the ground and was fast asleep. The old woman took the princess back to the palace. She lay in her bed, and the good fairy cast a spell over the whole kingdom so everyone would sleep for 100 years. Then the princess wouldn't be lonely when she woke up. A 100 years passed. There came a prince from a far-off land who had lost his way. He arrived in the sleeping kingdom and found the palace overgrown with vines and ivy. The prince used his sword to cut down all the ivy and went inside. Everyone was asleep. He soon found the sleeping princess. She was so beautiful that he kissed her. She opened her eyes.
"You must be my prince,"
she said, and she was right. The curse of the spindle was broken. One by one, everyone in the palace awoke. The king and queen were delighted, so was the good fairy. And soon the kingdom was back to normal. The prince and princess were married, and they lived happily ever after.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, in a little cottage in the woods, there lived 3 bears. A daddy bear, a mummy bear, and a baby bear. One morning, while their porridge was cooling down, the bears decided to go for a walk. Baby Bear liked to sing while he walked.
"I'm a little baby bear marching through the wood. There's porridge for my breakfast so long as I am good."
Nearby, a little girl called Goldilocks was playing on her swing. She played all on her own every single day and was not allowed to go out of the garden. Oh, how she longed for some company. Suddenly, she heard the singing.
Stomping through the leaves, hiding in the trees, having conversations with the birds and the bees. Marching through the woods on a sunny summer's day, looking for adventure, who will come and play?
Who's that singing?
Said Goldilocks.
Maybe, just maybe, it's somebody I can play with. Hello, hello!
She was so excited that she quite forgot she wasn't allowed out of the garden. And off she ran into the woods, following the singing.
La 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 la. Ooty dooby dooby doo, dooby dooby doo, dooby 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 doo.
Goldilocks looked everywhere, but she couldn't find anyone. And before she knew it, she was lost.
Oh no, I'm lost. I've no idea how to get back home.
Suddenly, she came upon the Bears Cottage, hidden away in the woods.
Maybe there's someone in there who can show me the way home,
Goldilocks said, and she knocked on the door. But nobody answered, so she slowly pushed the door open.
Hello? Anyone at home? What's that smell?
Goldilocks found 3 bowls of porridge on the table. A big bowl, a medium-sized bowl, and a little bowl.
Ooh, I'm so hungry,
She said.
I'm sure it would be okay if I just ate a little bit.
So she tried the porridge in the big bowl.
Oh, this porridge is too hot.
Next, she tried the porridge in the medium-sized bowl.
Ooh, this porridge is too cold.
And finally, she tried the porridge in the little bowl.
Ah, this porridge is just right.
And she ate it all up. After eating breakfast, Goldilocks felt a little bit tired. In the living room, she found 3 chairs. A big chair, a medium-sized chair, and a little chair. First, she sat in the big chair.
Oh, this chair is too big,
She said. So she sat in the medium-sized chair.
Oh dear, this chair is too big too,
She said. So last of all, she sat in the little chair.
Ah, this chair is just right.
The 3rd chair was perfect. But just then, the chair broke. And Goldilocks tumbled to the floor. Goldilocks was now so very tired that she went upstairs to find somewhere to sleep. There were 3 beds. A big bed, a medium-sized bed, and a little bed. First, she tried the big bed.
This bed is too hard,
She said. So next, she tried the medium-sized bed.
This bed is too soft,
she said. So finally, she tried the little bed.
This bed is just right.
Yes, the little bed was perfect. Very soon, Goldilocks fell fast asleep. As Goldilocks slept, the 3 bears returned to their cottage in the woods. The 3 bears came into the kitchen and looked at the 3 bowls of porridge.
"Someone's been eating my porridge,"
said Daddy Bear.
Someone's been eating my porridge,
said Mummy Bear.
Someone's been eating my porridge,
said Baby Bear.
and they've eaten it all up.
The 3 bears wanted to sit down after their long walk. They looked at the 3 chairs.
"Someone's been sitting in my chair,"
said Daddy Bear.
Someone's been sitting in my chair,
said Mummy Bear.
Someone's been sitting in my chair,
said Baby Bear.
and they've broken it.
The 3 bears went upstairs to rest. They looked at the 3 beds.
"Someone's been sleeping in my bed,"
said Daddy Bear.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed,
said Mummy Bear.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed,
said Baby Bear.
and she's still there.
And at that moment, Goldilocks woke up.
"It's a girl,"
said Daddy Bear.
Goodness me,
said Mummy Bear.
do you want to play?
said Baby Bear. Goldilocks jumped out of bed.
I'd love to play. I'm so sorry. I heard someone singing in the woods, but when I tried to find them, I got lost.
That was me singing.
cried Baby Bear.
Why did you want to find us?
Well, I thought maybe we could play together. I get so lonely out here in the woods on my own.
I could be your friend. We could have adventures and everything,
said Baby Bear. The 3 bears forgave Goldilocks and took her home. And every day, Mummy Bear and Daddy Bear brought Baby Bear to her garden, and they played and played. Goldilocks was never lonely again.